serve you. Try our award-winning sesame seed crust pizza, the recent winner of first place in the Las Vegas Pizza Open in the Artisans Division. Visit us online at sesameseedpizza.com for store hours, menus, and phone numbers, or just stop by one of our 2 great locations. You'll be glad you did. Esposito's Pizza and Pasta, so close to eating at Mom's, but without all the yelling.
This is former WWE superstar Damian Sandow, now known as Aaron Stevens, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Keep it tuned. You're welcome.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thanks to our sponsors. I don't think we ever finished with our sponsors from the first set. We got caught up on Funkenstein. But the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, English Town Flea Market, Blue Building. Right now, booths 46 through 48. Possible expansion to come. Check them out every weekend from 8 till 3. Also, Esposito's Pizza and Pasta of Manasquan and Matawan, New Jersey. Catch them at sesameseedpizza.com for more information, menu, prices, and store hours. The Keyport Print Shop. Check them out over there at Broad Street in our beautiful little pearl of the harbor, Keyport. And we got a couple more sponsors that I think we're going to be accumulating in the next couple of weeks to months, so we'll wait on them. But I think we're going to be joining our family is going to be the Seaport Diner and Villa Monte Pizza on Ardent Avenue in Staten Island, New York.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Respect.
You know, so nothing like having the 2
Seaport Diner?
Seaport Diner, yeah, Seaport. That's what is that now? That's Broad Street Diner now. Broad Street Diner.
The best diner.
The number one diner in Jersey for the last 2 years. Yep, it's my favorite boo over there, my Greek boo, Maria. The owner.
Would you agree with that?
What?
Number 1 diner in New Jersey?
I think so. I think their food is awesome. I think their portions are too big.
I was gonna say when I went with you,
their portions are huge.
I don't remember what I got, but it was just
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like their lunch specials. Like I got a
sandwich. I had like a 12.
I had like a sandwich, soup sandwich, came with fries, and I brought half the sandwich and all the fries home. I was like, I don't know how anybody eats this all for lunch. And then it goes back to work and they're able to stay awake. Yeah. And I would have the itis like immediately.
I had like 5 pounds of eggs. My breakfast.
That breakfast bowl was that the day I had a breakfast bowl? Oh my god! Yeah, I don't know who thought of that.
A bowl more like a pot.
It was. They're ridiculous. Even at like the tuna sandwiches, it's like I'm like, would you give me like a half of like a commercial can?
Well, like, people, if you're hungry, check out the Seaport Diner on Broad Street, New Jersey.
It's the Broad Street Diner.
Broad Street Diner.
It used to be Seaport
on Broad Street.
Yeah,
in Keyport,
right across the street from
a Dunkin' Donuts.
Old Glory.
Old Glory, yes.
Yeah, nice new restaurant over here in Keyport. We went antiquing today for a little bit. Checked out Honeybee Antiques on the corner of Main and West Front Street, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's also on the corner of Broad Street and West Front Street. And I picked up a whole bunch of new vinyls, new records for the record player.
Nice.
Yeah, picked up some Christmas albums, for when that time of the year comes again. And
check out this antique shop down the block.
The Queen of Find. Yeah. On the corner of Main Street and Maple.
She was open?
She was not open. But she's awesome, though. She's awesome.
Got a lot of nice things in there, man.
Yeah. A lot of antique shops are awesome in Keyport. I mean, anybody who hasn't been here, you're missing out. I mean, the shops here are ridiculous, and they're clean. And usually when you walk into an antique shop, it smells dirty and musky.
Moldy and mildewy.
Yeah, no, these people, they're up to par with their keeping things clean. And I was the one on West Front Street and Broad, right on the corner.
On West Front Street in Broad?
In Broad, yeah.
McDonald's? Across the street?
We're diagonally across the street from McDonald's. Right on that corner. It's that turn. There's like the Mexican delis on this side, and then there's the antique store. And they have crates and crates and crates of vinyls. And me and Jen spent about an hour there just going through everyone. And I got to go back tomorrow because he has Michael Jackson's Thriller for me.
Good.
So
don't let it go if you don't get it.
No, I mean I definitely want that
classic.
one. I'm trying to find some of the old ones I had when I was growing up. My parents had them, and my brother decided to sell them at the every year. Keyport has a town-wide yard sale, and it's like for a full weekend, and they sold all my father's old vinyls for like a couple bucks each.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a happy camper when I found that out. But
pretty foolish.
He had the original Star Wars soundtrack on vinyl. They had the Star Wars disco on vinyl. He had the White Album with the Beatles. He had Pink Floyd. He had the Michael Jackson Thriller. He had a whole bunch. So, and now some of the bands now are starting to make sure their albums are on vinyl now. So not only you get to get them on DVD or CD, you get them on vinyl once again, which brings back the old memory. I mean, look, the sound quality is not the same. We all know that. I mean, it is stereo, but we all know it's not the same quality.
Yeah, but you know what? I honestly think...
I just think
Kevin,
it sounds better.
When your generation... I don't even know my generation. I mean, I'm only 10 years younger than you.
You were the DVD generation.
I'm the DVD generation.
I was the end of the vinyl, start of the cassettes.
Right. And when your generation goes, I don't think, anybody's going to keep that stuff. The vinyls and everything. That's going to fade out.
You never know. I think
the sound
the sound is different. I mean, listen to it, the sound's different, but it's a sound that
I like that vinyl sound.
You can enjoy it, and I think that parents that are like my age and parents that are your age should start getting their kids into kind of broadening their horizons to not only, first of all, who really buys music anymore? I mean, everybody downloads everything.
Yeah.
But
kidding me? I would pay for music.
I mean, for $30, you go and you buy yourself now a turntable that's Bluetooth compatible with a speaker. Okay, so you don't even need to buy the big get-up anymore with the tuner and the synthesizer and the huge speaker. Like, you don't need to do any of that anymore. You buy this little unit. It's no bigger than a cable box or an old DVD player, and you Bluetooth sync it to any Bluetooth wireless speaker that you have or you want, and you just play records. You just play records on it. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and it's around the holidays you can play old school like Christmas music, and it sounds old school. So people hear it and they're like, oh, this is
brings them back.
Yeah, it's just
brings me back too. But how do we start talking about this when we should?
Because we're talking about sponsors, and we're talking about our antiquing finds
and then
today.
There we went.
There we go.
Off the top, unscripted.
Yeah, we wander off. It happens. Well, we got WrestleCon. Like I said, we got WrestleCon coming up, and wait see. Woo! I want to expand my little boot dammy here. Okay, at WrestleCon, we said we're just going to rehash who we're going to have. I know we did this one already.
That's not WrestleCon.
That is...
Big event.
Big event. Is WrestleCon on my Twitter page? Or it's on the Damaged page?
What, you need my help with this?
I think it's on this one. There it is.
Yeah.
There's so many places that we're going to be. So many places that we're putting our ads. I can't even remember anymore.
I know, but this crew, do you know what you're going to get with this crew?
I'm gonna get rich. I don't know. I'm not just kidding. I'm hoping to make enough money to pay for a fence for the yard. That's my goal. I have small goals in life. I just want to make enough money to replace the fence in my yard. But
I've only gotten the pleasure to be around half of who we
Well,
have.
Bruce Pritchard, awesome.
Absolutely.
Outside of the whole his podcast, awesome guy, funny as hell. One of those guys you definitely want to be stuck in a van with on a car ride.
Yes.
Okay. Amber O'Neal, hilarious. One of the funniest people I've ever been around. April Hunter,
Very cool.
Very, very cool, laid back. Another one of those girls has been around a long time. She's seen everything. Rosita, I haven't had the pleasure
Me neither.
yet.
We got to meet her.
But yeah, I met her on a couple occasions. I met her at the Outdoor
Met her at
Warriors of Wrestling.
or Legends.
Legends. I met her at the Outdoor Warriors of Wrestling show when they did it on the football field. And I met her, we met her, and I interviewed her and Sarita at the Legends of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
And sweetheart of a girl, and we were able to book her for this. I have to thank Thunder Rosa for that, because Thunder Rosa was in Japan with her, and Thunder Rosa, who loves us, was saying good things about us. So, which we're still trying to get them. This is all their opening dates. So they'll be back here. Pro Wrestling Magic. They'll be back.
It's really too bad. not to go off the WrestleCon or anything, but it's really too bad that you weren't aware before you were made aware that she was available on that date for the Warriors for the Women's Wrestling tournament.
Yeah, I mean it happened a little bit after, and I couldn't cut anybody from it. So.
But they still have great talent in there. Anyway,
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the talent's ridiculous. We could go over that real quick too, and then we got Saraya Knight.
I know what I'm getting there.
If you haven't been groped by Saraya Knight, you haven't had a good weekend of wrestling.
I haven't been groped.
Oh, you might be. Jen did.
Yeah, well, she's a woman.
I know, but it was still hilarious.
It was.
And she's great. And then Eric Bischoff, who I've heard nothing but good things about, and I've had a good business relationship with him so far, and he's been awesome. And he comes highly recommended by Bruce Pritchard, so obviously, if that's the case, I'm good there.
And you know what, Kev? I honestly don't get starstruck anymore. I don't know if I ever did, really. Maybe in the beginning.
Bischoff.
But when I see him, I am a little bit.
I said the same thing.
I am a little bit. Because, man, I grew up, 10, 11 years old. I remember flipping back from WCW to WWF and just the wars going on and how he was running the show and just who he was with the NWO and who he had around him and how he did it. He knew how to make you hate him. He was good at it. But I love him.
And
I love to hate him.
Very controversial guy.
Yeah, there's a
but
lot about that.
He did it for the right reasons. He did it to try to keep a business alive.
And he did.
At one point, they weren't the number one.
They were.
So he had to be doing something right. Unfortunately, in that kind of business, you make one or two mistakes, and it snowballs on you. But, even when he was with WWE later on, he was one of those characters that the fans just hated, but they cheered him. Kind of like Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a good thing. It's a win-win for us. He's a huge name. He doesn't do many of these conventions. Somebody I would want to meet in this business just to talk. And, I think we're going to have fun. But remember, Bischoff is only going to be signing Saturday, April 1st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. He will not be there on Friday. He'll only be there Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on April 1st.
It's only 7 hours, so you better get there early.
So...
it's 7 hours.
Is it 7?
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is 3 hours to 12 and 4 to 4. From there, it is 7 hours.
Yep.
It's not a lot of time when you got a long line.
Well, we did very, very, very well with the pre-sales. So, those who have the pre-sales for any of these great stars, just remember to bring your PayPal receipt. See me at the head of the table. We'll stamp it paid. And you can move on and meet the talent that you paid for and, get whatever you paid for. If you do not have pre-sales that end, they're probably going to end on, we're going to push it up, it's supposed to end at midnight tonight. We're probably going to push it until the end of this week. If you don't get the pre-sales, don't worry about it. You can still purchase the pre-sale. You can still purchase any sale you want at the table. So still can get your photo ops.